Hey Gus, here's your favorite little toilet turd. I'll be addressing that in a little bit. The thrust of this video is to make Winston at Watchtower Examination aware of a few things. You know, besides the obvious Jane Doe handing you your ass. Ay. Sometimes I just sit and just scratch my head and wonder where these people are really coming from. I just don't get it no more. Winston. You did the exact same thing Watchtower does by showing a clip and taking Kim and I out of context. Because you're trying to make Waking Up Jehovah's Witnesses see that this channel and others, we have disrespect for Jesus. I don't have disrespect for Jesus. I have disrespect with the ideology that makes you people go around and say, I'm nothing without Jesus. I'm weak. I'm a sinner. That's what I mock, Winston. But because you did what you did, by taking Kim and I and a couple others, at least Jonas, goat-like personality, out of context, you actually validate what I say. but you can't see it, can you? So I'm going to make a very simple comparison. You know, Watchtower loves to go ... take things out of context. And that's what you did, Winston. So you mirrored a Watchtower technique. The very thing that you sit in front of your camera and condemn, you now openly embraced. You openly condemn Lloyd Evans because he's an atheist and he's immoral as an atheist. Well, I'm going to address that too. But you did the same thing. You Waking Up Jehovah's Witnesses that want to research about the Russian ban, this is what you're going to find. And then he takes a whole slew of us right out of context. You and Lloyd Evans, you're one and the same. But you just don't see it, do you, Winston? You can't comprehend it. Can you, Winston? In your efforts to try to make yourself look better to those Waking Up Jehovah's Witnesses, you actually put yourself in the same gutter as them. And you didn't even recognize it. Jane Doe did. Thank you, Jane Doe. It was very eloquently put. But I'm going to address things now, Winston, from my perspective. I find it a little disconcerting that you are trying to project that all atheists have the same immoral value as Lloyd Evans. Now, I get it. Lloyd Evans, as far as I'm concerned, is a scumbag also. Anybody that has to take somebody out of context to validate their point are scumbags, but it also proves you have no point to make without taking somebody out of context. Bad move, Winston. Bad move. But see, I'm not here to draw everybody to me or to my version of Jesus. I'm just trying to help Jehovah's Witnesses that are waking up to realize you don't have to rush out and find another religion. Whether that be following Winston, following the Calvinist Gus, or his little minions, or whatever Christian belief happens to be the flavor of the day. Right, Winston? That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to help you Jehovah's Witnesses recognize time is now on your side. Do some study. Do some research. Comprehend how all of this from the Judeo-Christian Bible really fits together. And you're going to see exactly what I see. It contradicts itself. And the only way somebody like Winston can make it sound logical is to, I don't know, do what you did, Winston. take me out of context. But I'm going to give you the context. Christians do. They all go around, I'm nothing without Jesus. I'm just a no good sinner. I need redemption. Help me, Jesus. You just don't get it. So I'm going to help you see what I see, perhaps. But I kind of doubt it, because you're going to do the same thing Watchtower does, the same thing Jehovah's Witnesses do. You're going to use circular reasoning. You might even throw in a red herring argument. You might even deflect. You might even go as far as a straw man. I get it, Winston. This is what you have to do when you have nothing that's solid and substantial. But I also get it too, Winston. You need to make a living, and by presumably destroying other ex-Jehovah Witness YouTube channels, you're hoping that all the money that Lloyd has now lost through his patrons, that it's all going to flow towards you, aren't you, buddy? I get it. But before I go on to the scripture I want to share, I want to address Gus. You see, Gus, by going over to one of those little forums and saying, Mike and Kim are just turds in a toilet, I want to remind you that your Jesus stated, don't let a rotten thing proceed out of your mouth. How is equating Kim and I to turds in a toilet not a rotten thing proceeding out of your mouth? Oh, no, Gus, really. I'm sorry. I apologize, Gus, because I realized that it really didn't come out of your mouth. It came out of your fingertips on a keyboard. But either way, your Jesus said, do not let a rotten thing proceed out of your mouth. Or even if Jesus didn't say it, the Bible said it. You're still doing it. You're not living up to the Christian ideology, and yet you got the nerve? You got the nerve to sit here and criticize what Kim and I do? You got that nerve? Wow. It seems to me like I'm a better upholder of Scripture than you are. Gus, Winston, Don, Witness for Jesus channel. Just found out yesterday. Don, I hope you see this video, or at the very least, someone on one of your Facebook groups is going to alert you to this. Kim let me know through a mutual friend on Facebook that when Don, Witness for Jesus channel, a while back did my rebuttal to Mike and Kim, and she presented a list of 10 things that we supposedly believed. I'm telling you the truth. This is what Mike and Kim believe. I'm telling you the truth. But the thing is, Don, when my wife did a rebuttal to you, I found out yesterday through a mutual friend on Facebook, you never even watched that video. Hypocrite. See, that's what they call sniping on YouTube. You do this little video and then you run away and you don't even watch what your opponent has to say. You know what they call that in my book? They call that chicken shit. They call that chicken shit. Because you know damn well, Don, that you cannot hold up to a conversation with my wife. Because she tried it once and you ran away. Remember? Oh, I do. And then you ran away from that mutual friend yesterday. You made one last statement and then you blocked the mutual friend. Again, they call that being chicken shit. See, this is what these people do. If you're a waking up Jehovah's Witness, this is what these people do. They'll throw all of this garbage out against a YouTube channel like Kim and I, or even Jonas, goat-like personality, or even Jane Doe, and then they'll run away because they cannot stand the heat that they're putting in their own kitchen. It's not difficult to see, friends. I've been seeing this for 9 years now. This is nothing new to me. This is nothing earth-shattering. But the thing, Winston, that I find very upsetting, maybe disconcerting about what you did, when you were talking about Lloyd Evans' moral character, you threw all the atheists in that same corner, as if all atheists have the same moral degradation that Lloyd Evans has. That's simply not true. Listen up. When I moved to this state, I became acquainted through my mountain man business with an atheist. And that atheist became a very good, dear friend to me. Now, when this all happened, I was still a Jehovah's Witness. So we had some very good, in-depth discussions about the Bible, about theology, about a great many deal of things. But you know, one thing that he told me is that when he left high school, he actually moved in with his high school sweetheart. And they've been living together as man and wife since then. Now, I know all the Christians, right? See, they're immoral because they're fornicating. Yeah. No, get away from that Judeo-Christian Roman Catholic religion BS. Because that has everything to do with your straw man identity. Comprehend something. That has everything to do with the church and the state being united. They work together to steal your identity. Now, after several decades, my friend decided that he was going to marry this woman. And it had nothing to do with being legal in God's eyes, because he's an atheist. So he asked me if I would fulfill the honorable position of being best man. You're darn right I would. You're darn right. And I was a Jehovah's Witness at that time. I didn't even have to think twice. Damn right, I'll be your best man. Atheist or not, didn't care. So I was the best man at his wedding. Nice wedding. But the interesting thing is that after he got married, and he turned to the audience, and he made a statement that I'll never forget. I don't remember the exact words. I'm just going to give you what the whole gist of it is. He says, you know, nothing has changed between me and my wife except for this one thing. Is our tax status. Church and state work together. The church will call it fornication, and the state will give you a tax credit if you're married. They're one and the same, Winston. It's not fornication. They're one in the same. Just like Watchtower in your religion join the state when they get their 501c3. It's that same marriage bond, Winston. You need to grow up a little bit in your thinking. See? Now here's the ironic thing. When Kim and I first started this YouTube channel, and a lot of you will remember that we were doing some videos over in Rio Rancho, how that Kingdom Hall was blocking the mirror's view. We got acquainted with a Christian going to the local cowboy church in Albuquerque. And he thanked Jesus so much because Jesus helped him get off of his drug addiction. Jesus saved me from this drug addiction. And while that man is in my house preaching how Jesus saved him, he was asking me if I wanted to do magic mushrooms. Ay, 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 ay. You see, Winston? It's so easy to mock this Jesus. Because in the name of your Jesus, you manufactured a lie. You went ... You manufactured the same type of lie Watchtower does. Shame on you. You did the exact same thing Lloyd Evans did by taking us out of context, hoping that you might now get all of the Patreons. I don't know what the hell you were thinking. I really don't. But it's suffice to say that your Jesus allows you to manufacture a lie. I gotta sit here and ask, what Jesus do you really believe in, dude? Now I have one more thing before I get to a scriptural content. Back in February, an ex-Jehovah's Witness did a memorial celebration to Jesus, the Lord. And this particular XJW chose to do it on February 24th. Now that raised some eyebrows in his community. And, you know, you friends need to recognize something about Kim and I. Every time somebody like Gus wants to go make a disparaging comment, like, oh, Mike and Kim are just turds in a toilet, or whatever, we get those comments. So we know full well behind our backs what's being stated. Or when an ex-Jehovah's Witness decides to do a memorial to Jesus on February 24th, somebody's going to do some research on that. And lo and behold, February 24th, JW Escape, is the European Pagan Memory Day. I'm going to read that. It's just easy to Google. February 24th, 391. Theodosius forbids to look at pagan statutes. Rites are declared outlaw, and so attending to the temples. Though according to some sources, this edict was issued on 22nd February. We chose this day for the European Pagan Memory Day because it is said that in this day Vestas fire in Rome, the symbol of Roman paganism, was no longer attended. And this was the first sacred fire which was set off in Europe. Well, it looks to me like JW Escape is now attending that memorial. Now, I know, somebody questioned it underneath the video, and this person said, well, that was the only day that we two could come together and celebrate this. But I got a question. And I get that. It's a scheduling issue. I get that. But why did you have to make it live on February 24th and not preset the date of it going live on the real memorial of Christ's sacrifice? Because you have that option. You've got that option in your YouTube dashboard or wherever it is to preset a date. But no, you did the date because you are now attending. You are now attending and misleading ex-Jehovah's Witnesses into the European Pagan Memory Day. I know, here comes the straw man, here comes the red herring, here comes the deflection. I get it. I have no problem celebrating December 25th as a pagan holiday. I got no problem with that. The problem lies with you Christians in this community. So don't come at me. Attend to your own house. Attend to your own house. Now, Gus, as a Calvinist, I know what your belief system is. We're all born destined for hell. We're all born under this destiny. Okay, I get it. I get it. You have to pray for my soul to come out of hell. But why do you have to do what Jesus has already taken care of? See, that's where we have an issue. Because you think you still have to do the work of Jesus because you overlook Colossians 1. I'm going to start at verse 17. Also, he is before all other things, and by means of him, we're speaking about Christ, by means of him all other things were made to exist. And he is the head of the body, the congregation. He is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that he might become the one who is first in all things, because God saw good for all fullness to dwell in him, and through him to reconcile again to himself all other things, by making peace through the blood he shed on the torture stake or the cross, no matter whether they are the things upon the earth or the things in the heavens. Jesus has already brought that peace. He has reconciled everything on heaven and earth. That would include, but not limited to, the Satan. Stop groveling at the feet, because you've already been reconciled. There's already peace made, according to Colossians here. That peace is made, Gus. So stop reconciling. Stop filling your mind with, I gotta go save Mike and Kim. I gotta save them before those two turds get flushed down the toilet. All means all. Reconciled means it's over with. But I'm going to go on just for the sake of putting things in context. Indeed, you who were once alienated and enemies because your minds were on the works of that were wicked, he now has gained, reconciled. It's past tense, Gus. This is no future qualifier for you to preach everybody's soul out of hell. It's done. It's over with. It's been reconciled. Okay? Verse 22, he now has again reconciled by means of that one's fleshly body through his death, in order to present you holy and unblemished and opened to no accusations before him. But Mikey disrespects Christ. Oh, Mikey. Even to you, Winston, you don't get it. Going on. Verse 23, here's the qualifier. Provided, of course, that you continue in the faith, established on the foundation and steadfast, and not being shifted away from the hope of that good news which you heard. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Paul puts a qualifier. But today, this qualifier don't work. It can't work today. It kind of like runs its course. See? Verse 20. Provided, of course, that you continue in the faith. Now, whose faith do I continue in? Gus. Whose faith do I continue in? Winston. Whose faith do I continue in? Any ex-Jehovah Witness still pretending to buy the bull crap of Winston and Gus? Whose faith do I continue in? The one that led everybody into the European Pagan Memorial Day? There's over 100,000 Christian faiths. Which Christian faith do I remain in? Do I remain in the faith of Jim Jones, David Koresh, or that idiot that caused all those people to commit suicide because some comet was flying by? Whose faith do I remain in? This is why, Gus, in Winston, I say this. I am a free, sovereign spirit. You see, what you guys don't recognize, I recognize. When Jesus said, take my yoke upon you because it is kindly and it's light. When you're yoked with Jesus, you walk alongside. That means you no longer grovel at his feet for redemption, for reconciliation, because it's done and it's over with. When you Jehovah's Witnesses are waking up, recognize what this book says. That if you take that yoke of Christ upon you, it's light and it's kindly, and that means you're walking alongside. Colossians very plainly says everything's been reconciled and it's at peace, except for the Christian faith. The Christian faith wants to destroy that. That's why there's so many Christian faiths. So friends, thanks for watching this rant, and we'll see how it goes from here, because there are ex-Jehovah's Witnesses that want to control your minds, aka your money. Same thing as Watchtower. Same thing as Watchtower. Have a good day. Bye.